Hey, what's up, guys? Carry on back from the video. And today I want to do my Naruto review, episode 99 review, English dub. so, so here goes. Episode starts out with on Naruto. He's like was saying something about wanting to get some ramen and shit like that. So he was heading to the ramen shop there and shit. Freaking we see fucking Rock Lee there. He was actually saying something to he was saying something to Naruto there. He's like, or Naruto was saying something to Rock Lee saying about Tsunade was trying to heal, or was telling about Tsunade. Naruto was saying Tsunade held him and healed him and stuff like that. And mostly Rock Lee was kind of like a memory what Tsunade was saying and stuff like that, saying he can't be a ninja, and if the surgery fails, he will die there. He was kind of like remembering all that stuff, what he's saying, that stuff like that. Technically, Naruto was trying to get Rock Lee to talk about that, but they get interrupted by Konohamaru's game there, and they were telling him Konohamaru actually barricaded him inside the freaking Hokage's office there, so he's technically barricaded in there and stuff like that. When that was going on with that stuff there, the next scene we see the two ninja there. They're trying to get Konohama out of the office and stuff like that. And he was technically being fucking stubborn there, and he didn't really want to get out, and he said it was mostly because of his mostly was saying something about, he's like, it's the third Okage's office. He's like mostly his grandpa there, saying it's mostly his grandpa there and shit like that, saying mostly he was actually saying he wants to do all that stuff there and stuff like that. That's what he was saying and shit. And then they try to bust through the try to bust through the door. They get hit by pepper. They get hit by like booby traps there. uh, they get hit by these like little ball things of smoke, and then he's like, Konohamaru was saying, "Don't come in this room. It's all booby trapped and shit like that." So he was telling him to not come in. It's all booby trapped and shit like that. um, Tsunade came over, and she's like saying something about like, she's like, "Get that kid out." She's like, "Get that kid out." Out of that office there. She has, I have major work to do and stuff like that. That's what she was fucking saying and shit. And then they're trying to say, oh, like, okay, and shit like that for it when that was going on with that stuff. So they're trying to knock into the door and shit like that. When they're trying to knock him into the door, technically Naruto came over, and he's like, let me talk to him and stuff like that. And then Tsunade was talking to Naruto, and she's like, well, that's your friend and shit like that. And he's like, let me talk to him, he'll listen to me and stuff like that. So when that was going on with that stuff there, we see Naruto was trying to get Konohamaru to come out and stuff like that, but technically Konohamaru was not going to listen there. So Naruto, he told him to go. He told Naruto to go fuck off. Konohamaru told Naruto to go fuck off there, and then Naruto got pissed. He's like, you know what? I should do this and stuff like that. So he tries to hit the door. He was trying to ram the door there. When he's trying to ram the door there, he gets hit by fucking. He gets hit by the freaking sinks. It kind of looks like he got hit by like some like pans or something like that. And then they're like, so he was like down on the ground and stuff like that. When that was going on with that stuff there. uh, the next scene there, we go to the hospital there. The next scene we're in the hospital and freaking Sakura uh, came in and get some flowers and stuff like this. Technically, the nurse was, she thought she was going to visit Sasuke there. Technically, she was telling Sakura's name. Technically, Sasuke checked out and shit like that. And freaking Sakura was saying something to him. She was like, "No, this is for Lee and shit like that." And that's what she was saying and stuff. And then she was checking there. So she was like, "Well, he's not, he's not been in and stuff today and shit like that." So when that was going on with that stuff, we see Lee looking at the rivers and stuff like that, just thinking what Tsunade was said to him and stuff like that, saying if he can't survive the the surgery, he will die still. He was still thinking about that and shit like that for it. When he was thinking about that, Sakura came over and actually gave him some flowers there, saying like, hope your surgery does well and stuff like that. That's what she was telling Rock Lee there. And technically, when she when she left there, and technically, Rock Lee was saying thank you to Sakura. She said don't matter with it and shit like that. She was saying that. And then mostly they walked away. Or Sakura walks away and shit like that. When that was going on with that stuff there, we see Tsunade there was actually telling Chizune there to get a freaking drink there and shit like that. When she was telling them to get a freaking drink there and shit, she was like, she's like, Tsunade was like saying like, oh well, the loot book is so fucking boring and shit like that. She was saying that crap. Saying she was like, there's nothing to do. There's no gambling place there, and there's no place to drink. So Chizune takes her to a freaking to like a uh, a tea shop, and she's like, and then she's like, well, you needed a drink and stuff like that, and she's like, that's what I didn't want and stuff like that. That's what she was saying and shit. She didn't really want to do that and stuff like that for it. And then she was like thinking of, and then she was like looking at the ninja book with all the rookie classes and stuff like that. And they're going over with it, and then she got past like Rock Lee's picture, and she was like thinking what Kabuto did to like kill himself in one of the episodes there. She was technically thinking about that with it there and stuff like that. So the next scene there, we go back to Naruto trying to get the Konohara out of the Hokage's office there. Totally, he's like I know what to do. So Naruto freaking did his sexy jutsu there. And then he did his sexy jutsu there, and he was like, he's like telling him, he's like, let me in and stuff like that, and then he's just like, forget it. And then he's like, oh, he's like, how dare you talk to me like that when I'm standing in the when that was happening, that stuff there, Tsunade walks back into the Hokage's office. She technically she like was just like countering all the freaking the traps Konohama left for her and or left for them and stuff like that. She was countering, and then Konohama was like, oh fuck, all my traps are screwed and shit like that. When mostly that took him out, but mostly Sonai was grabbing a freaking book there. he thought she was gonna do something to him, but technically, technically she was there to write a book there and stuff like that. So, so Konohama and Naruto were like doing something there, and then frickin' Konohama was still acting up and stuff like that, and then Naruto was like, well, let's talk to him and stuff like that, and saying, well, don't forget the old man and stuff like that. Mostly in the end of the episode, we see Naruto and Konohama are going by the books thing, or by the book thing, or bookstore, or not really a bookstore, but into like a shop there and stuff like that, and and then Mr. Moon, and figure out. She was like, "What? You're reading and stuff like that?" That's what she was telling Tsunade there when that was going on with that. She's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out medicine and stuff like that. What Kabuto did," and she was actually explaining to June what Kabuto did and stuff like that, how he healed himself and stuff, and then he was trying to use that to actually help Rock Lee out and stuff like that for it. And that's where the technically that's where the episode ends. So yep, that's from shit. Comment, rate, responsible to my videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so uploads. Comment, responsible to my videos. Like, out.